weekend then? Another easy game for you, isn't it?
Yeah. The easy games are coming thick and fast, and having a look at Saints, they had a really difficult run where they didn't look like they could win a game, and then since then they've been I think they've won 7 out of the last 8, and really put the cleaners through a number of teams as well. Certainly last 3 weeks it's been difficult to get a read of them because they've had sort of avalanches of points, and then obviously they slipped off really late at the death again, witnessing the cup tie. So they've been sort of quite difficult to sort of see them in too much of a contest, apart from probably the Wigan game, the first game at Easter. But now they're back playing probably a little bit more of a similar style to what we may have been used to from Saints over the last 4 or 5 years, when the team were really successful. Obviously they had a slump, and they've been a little bit rejuvenated, shall we say.
Do you think you've caught them at a good time or a bad time? Like you said, they had a bad run. Now they seem to be coming back to their best. Just sort of think they're vulnerable and someone you can take advantage of, in terms of their weaknesses.
Well, I think we've got to turn up and play well.
Yeah.
I think that's a given going to Saints at any time. I know, Sean Long's a good mate of mine, and when the debates are on about who's going to win this weekend, amongst the teams, Long's got a theory that you're never back against Saints. And that's probably a belief. If you can appreciate what he's been through, that's probably a belief that they've got from within their club. But their home's changed. I think that's an important one. They're getting to a new ground. I'm hoping that our players are going to get really excited about going to a great brand new stadium and playing against a team full of terrific players. I think we've proven on occasions this year, when we have played those sides that are going to be fancied at the end of the year, even when we've gone away from home, we've gone away from home and put in some really good shows and give ourselves chances of winning games, and this has got to be no different. So the players know the levels that they've got to get to, and we're starting to get a little bit of competition for places, genuine competition for places in there. People coming back to fitness. Ali and Bluey are probably only another game as well, another game away as well. So I'm hoping that we've had a good turnaround into the game. We're on the back of a win. We've trained really well over the last week as well. So despite the weather, so yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Has the break been beneficial then, Richard, do you think, or has it kind of been a bit of a? Does it kind of feel like you're having to start again, kind of thing, or?
Yeah, well, the fixture list gives us 4 games in next to no time, and then we've got 2 games in basically in a month. So I don't think it always pans out as great as you would probably like it in an ideal world. But I don't think the week off at this stage, and the game's on a Friday as well, so it has given us a couple of extra sessions into it to get over 1 or 2 little bumps and bruises, and try and work on a couple of things that we feel that extra time has given us a chance to do that.
I suppose it's just about building consistency within performances, doing the 80 minutes. That's kind of been a bit of a struggle, hasn't it? Kind of maintaining that.
100% yes. We're getting there. I thought even against Salford for long periods, second half weren't as good as his first half.
Yeah.
But it was only the last sort of 9 or 10 minutes what put us on the back foot and left us like we were, where we lost his composure. I think getting it for 80 undoubtedly is the key for us, week in, week out, and getting it for 80 minutes. And we're striving to do that. A little bit of it is, a little bit is probably the team that we've got at this moment in time. But that's our goal, and I think we've shown that when we've got Danny Kerman on the field and Dean Collis together, and we throw Ali Lawatiti back out into that, it does give us that little bit more strike. And we've got Ali coming back next week, and so if we can get our top players on the field, I think that gives us a better chance of achieving what we want to achieve.
In terms of injuries then, Richard, you've got obviously Oliver Wilkes out, which is a big blow, isn't it? Is that still sort of 2 months, 6 weeks?
Yeah, that's a huge blow for us, because I think we worked really hard with Ollie. There's no doubt he's a very strong carrier of the ball. But one of the important things for us important things for us as a team has been the consistency of our defence in the middle of the field. I think Ollie's worked tremendously hard on his game in that area, and I thought his performance against Salford, we were one of our top 3 or 4 players in that. I thought he had an outstanding game, and I thought his form over the last 3 or 4 games before that had been good as well. So it's a big disappointment for us to have to lose him, and to lose him for such a long period of time as well. But he's had to have the operation. Ligaments in his thumb have gone, and the surgeon were pretty pessimistic that if he didn't have the longer term damage, could potentially be a fairly significant one. So he's had to have it operated on straight away, and it'll be 6 to 8 weeks.
Right. And the others that you're missing this week, sort of obviously Ali and Steve are back next week.
They'll hopefully be back for the Warrington game. They're coming along nicely.
Yeah.
And we've used it as an opportune time for Steve as well. Not only has he been out with the calf, but we've used the sort of 4 to 5 week we've got on this space in the calendar to almost give him a bit of a mini pre-season, if you like, and try and increase his strength levels a little bit more, and his fitness levels. So hopefully, we'll get a rejuvenated, refreshed Steve Southern back in the fold next week.
It's like a new signing next week then.
That's what we're hoping.
Yeah.
That's what we're hoping.
Yeah.
And injury-wise apart, I think off the top of my head, that's it.
Lucas Walshaw was out last week, wasn't he? Salford, I should say.
Lucas is back. Yeah, Lucas had a hamstring strain. He'll be back and he'll play on the 20s this week.
Yeah.